Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some Monster High news to talk about from, of course, once again, more episode breakdowns, including Monster Match, where we get to see a ton of ships come together, Clanky confirmed forever. We also have more information on the upcoming G3 core series of dolls that include Rochelle, Howleen, Nephra, and more, so stay tuned and let's get into it. Okay, first up, let's get into the news here that we have for the potential lineup for the third wave of core G3 dolls. So as we all know, Claude, Abby, they came out. That's basically series 2, although there might be another half of series 2 coming before series 3, so I'm not sure because really only 2 dolls. Maybe there will be another half to series 2, but we do know that in season 2 we'll see a bunch of returning characters including Rebecca, Venus, Rochelle, Jennifer, and more. I made a whole video talking about all that tea, so it should be linked somewhere in this video if you're interested. But one of those characters, Rochelle, might also be part of the next series of core G3 dolls, amongst also Nephra and Howleen, who we have already seen being established in the animated series. So that's very exciting news. This is coming from Girlies and Ghouls. On their story, they shared these trademark listings on the names for Howleen Wolf, Nephra Denial, and Rochelle Goyle. So of course, Mattel trademarking these names definitely means, at the very least, that they're getting ready to use these names for the actual dolls that they will sometime in the future produce. So that is very exciting. I mean, Howleen, Nephra, they've been established in a series, so I mean, it's not really that big of a surprise that they would get dolls next, since they are also like they're like the next, like there's the primary cast, and then there's like the background cast, and then there's like the B cast of characters that are not as, emphasized on, but those do definitely include a Spectra, Nephra, Howleen. Like they're sometimes in episodes and sometimes they're not. So I do think that, them getting dolls next makes a ton of sense. But then also Rochelle, who we haven't seen established yet, is just very exciting, because that means that potentially, if this is true, that means that in season 2 we'll get to see Rochelle get introduced the first, like she's going to be the first new character to get introduced out of all the other returning characters. So that is very intriguing. And I mean, from what we've seen in G1 Rochelle, G2 Rochelle, I actually think her G2 design is so cute. I love that skirt, the heels. I even don't mind the actual design like that they had for this series, with the scribbled look. It's almost like claymation like. So I really I'm very eager to see like how her G3 design will look like, especially because now we've seen Howleen, Nephra, Mercedes, Escalita, Jennifer, and Caddy's artwork. Concept art has been leaked, and Girlies and Ghouls also made a post about that, actually kind of hinting that but that was before the story post. So but in that post, basically we could see all of the leaked artwork that had come out for, Venus, who also we got to see the doll leak, or just very early stages of the doll. Caddy, Spectra, new design for Nephra, which that will probably that will be her design in the actual doll, I think. Howleen, that we got to see that officially posted by a designer, I believe. Escalita, Jennifer, who we haven't seen before, and a Mercedes. So this is very exciting. But of course, before series 3 of the G3 core dolls, again, maybe we'll get a second half of series 2, which will include, of course, Venus, because like I said, her doll early concept prototype picture has leaked, so we know she's coming. Caddy is also coming, and then Spectra, and then maybe Nephra, Howleen, and Rochelle will come afterwards. But either way, that's all happening next year probably, so that's very exciting. I mean, every time we have a new returning character, it's so much fun to see how they do it, and it's just really, I'm just excited because Caddy's gonna have a new body type, then Spectra, she's gonna look so cool, and Nephra, I mean, I hope she has like a taller body, maybe like Abby's body. I'm actually no, because she's not as tall or curvy as Abby, but like I definitely think she should be taller. And then Howleen, she has like a new fur coat as well on her doll probably. And then Rochelle, I can't wait to see her in general. I just think if they did Mercedes so well, like I think Rochelle, she's gonna look so good. And again, Rebecca, Jennifer, and all these other characters are returning too. So I'm just excited for the future of the animated series and the dolls that will come with the new series, season 2, and then hopefully season 3. So let's see. So let's get into the first half of the episode. Actually, this came out alone as an episode itself on Wednesday, I believe. And this is the wishful thinking episode where we start off with Cleo and the dance committee talking about the monster ball and what they're gonna do for it, like what's the theme. And so Cleo brings up this popular influencer or music person from TikTok. Her name is Autumn Patch, and she's a new character design. Look at her; she looks so fun. I love the pumpkin theme, the eyes, the just the whole vibe. I love that the actual the roots that's coming up on top of the pumpkin is actually her hair. It's like a little ponytail. Like, how cute is that? Right? Like, just how adorable. Like, that's just perfection. So she looks amazing. And so they're gonna have a full pumpkin theme. I don't know why I can say that. Pumpkin theme for the ball. And they're also gonna have Draculaura DJ. Well, they were going to, but Draculaura's kind of busy with finding her special witch skill. And so that's really what this is about. She's trying to find her witch skill. But every time she's like she tries to get distracted by, for instance, the fear leading. Then she goes to Frankie, where Frankie's actually taking over the DJing for Draculaura. Oh, she's back in the dormitory. She's like, what am I gonna do? If anyone finds out, I'll get expelled. Like, basically just very worried about the whole ordeal. And so her friends are there to calm her down, but then she kind of like lets out a spell that creates this black hole. And then Frankie and Claudine get sucked in and they die. Joking! Of course they don't die. Draculaura brings them back, and they're all fine. Yippee yay! So apparently that was her special talent. She created magic in her bat form, and I guess that's what did it. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of felt a little bit like weird how, oh yeah, all along her special talent was like creating magic while she's in her bat form, but she's done magic before while she's a bat. So I don't know, a little bit like okay, fine. But it wasn't anything new that we haven't already known. So the other episode is, of course, the Monster Ball episode where everyone is asking everyone out to the prom, basically the big dance, right? And so even Iris got invited, which is so cute. Look at that. And for Torlai, we get a little sneak peek of her actual Hisfits 3-pack outfit here in the series. So it looks the exact same as the doll looks in the eventual 3-pack whenever that will come out next year. But the only difference here is that she has short hair. So I'm assuming that this is what she'll be wearing in the Monster Ball episode when they actually go to the dance, which I'm assuming will be in the last episode of the season. And then Frankie's very excited as well, and they go outside to notice that there's this big monster match happening. That's what they call basically when people ask other people out to like a dance, but in like there's like a big gesture. So Heath does it for Abby, and he has like this huge thing with the heart and like a little picture in the middle, and then he says like you're my spark, like you're my ray of sunshine or whatever. And it's so cute. Look at Abby. And I mean, we knew that they were like flirtatious, but like here it's pretty obvious that they're like, I mean, these group of kids, they keep saying the same thing whenever there's like a monster match happening. They always say, you know, so and so together forever. And so I mean, they said Abby and he forever, and obviously it's just so cute. They're literally going out, like, right? They're so cute, and they create this whole steam because they're obviously fire and ice, and it's just so adorable. And Claude comes along, and he actually does the same to Draculaura, and he gives her a bunch of boots because he misunderstood that from Claudine. Claudine told him that you gotta give a bouquet to someone that you want to ask out, but he misunderstood, of course, and he brought her a bunch of boots. But it's okay, Draculaura's into boots apparently, and so he twirls her around, and she's like, yes, I'll go with you to the monster ball. So again, another couple that's just confirmed to be dating. I mean, come on, that's just so cute. And then Frankie, seeing all this love going around, they're like, well, I gotta do that with Cleo, because obviously Frankie has been trying to ask Cleo out, and so they see Cleo up ahead, but then Deuce comes in and interferes, and Deuce actually asks Frankie out to the monster ball, but not romantically, they're like platonically going, because Frankie feels like the pressure And Cleo, Cleo just went away. And so Frankie's like, fine, I'll go with you as a friend. And then, Deuce gives them a big plate of cookies. So yeah, really cute. But then of course, Frankie's like, what am I going to do? I like Cleo. I don't like Deuce. And so they're just going back and forth into what they should do. And then, eventually Frankie realizes with the help of Claudine and Draculaura that, it's just best to be honest and not to waste anyone's time or feelings by accepting this proposal. And then as they go away to tell Cleo that, to tell Deuce the truth, Frankie reveals to these two that they're into for Cleo, so that's really cute. So they're like, oh, Frankie likes Cleo. Frankie tells Deuce, and he's like, he's really chill about it, obviously, because he already has a backup plan. He's gonna ask Cleo out platonically to the Monster Ball, and then Frankie realizes that's not good because they have to get to Cleo first, and so the whole chase ensues. Who gets to Cleo first? Because Cleo is at a cafe downtown. So along the way, we see other monster matches happening with here Laguna and Gil. Super cute. Look at them. And they're holding girl, it's just so cute. Like, I ship them so hard. And then we have another couple. Even Spectra gets asked by Finnegan. And then even Nephra gets asked out by Kumi, right? Yeah. The big bear. What? This is okay. And then, Deuce, he's like taking, I don't know why, but it seems like Frankie's going through the big, long journey through the woods, and then Deuce just went the normal way to get to the cafe, because there's like an actual path. Deuce gets there first, and he's about to, tap Cleo on the shoulder, because Cleo's at the cafe to meet her icon, the Autumn Patch character here, who's a DJ. Really fun. And then as he's about to approach Cleo, Frankie, they fall over because they get clumsy when they're nervous, and then falls into like this bowl of food. And then Deuce and Cleo are like, "Are you okay?" And then Frankie's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to ask you out before Deuce did." And then Cleo's basically like disappointed that she missed out on meeting Autumn, that big pop star DJ, because that was her plan of her monster match to Frankie. And so Frankie's like, what? You wanted to ask me? I wanted to ask you. No way. And then Cleo even wipes away the food off of Frankie's face. And then Frankie's like, what? That's so voltageous. Like, yay. We both have feelings for each other. So that's just, the whole moment was so wholeheartedly wholesome. Like, it really cute. And so Autumn Patch is actually still there. She overhears everything. And she wants to make up for missing her opportunity to help Cleo with the monster match for Frankie. So Cleo's like, well, you can make it up to me by DJing at the Monster Ball. So that's what's gonna happen. And then we'll get to see her again, I'm assuming, in the next final episode. And so Frankie's like, I can't believe I get to go out with like this big boss mummy. Cleo is also excited to go out with Frankie, and then Frankie lets out these huge bolts, and it's like fireworks, and it's just such a cute moment again. But then at the end, because I was wondering, like, what about Deuce? Like, he's just standing there like do you not see him? Like, what about Deuce? I mean, that's really cute for y'all too. But Deuce is here too, like, he has feelings. But this is the worst part, okay? Even though it's amazing for Cleo and Frankie that they're going out and to the Monster Ball. Now Deuce, well, he's left alone. He's left alone. Frankie literally tells Deuce, like, they apologize about, asking, going with Cleo, which leaves him alone. And then Deuce, I kid you not, because I initially thought, like, Deuce is gonna have someone else to go with, but nope. Deuce is like, yeah, no worries, man. I'll just go by myself. Like, what? You could ask Gulia, you could ask any other character to go with you to the Monster Ball as a friend, but he just decides to go alone because Cleo and Frankie are taken? What? I just felt that was so sad. Maybe not sad, but that's just like really, he got the short end of the stick, right? I just feel like, it's just, I feel bad for him. Even if he doesn't, like, maybe he doesn't look like it, but like, I really, I just feel like he should have had at least a friend to go with, right? Like, he deserves love too. And that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and become a member today so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the little tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.